Hey, what's going on everyone? It's your boy Redstone Nix here, and welcome back to another command block tutorial video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do wizard armor commands in Minecraft. And what I mean by that is, you could probably guess by the title, that these commands will allow you to give you a set of wizard-like armor that can give you some cool abilities when you wear the full armor set. So this video is pretty much going to be continuing on from the video we did last week called Wizard Spellbook Commands. And it's pretty much how you are able to obtain the wizard armor set in the first place. So if you guys haven't seen that video, you should go check it out before you watch this one, because you need the commands for this one in order to make the ones in this video work properly. Link for that video will be down below in the description. And speaking of armor sets, the previous one I did was the apple armor commands. So if you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. Link will be in the description down below after you finish watching this video. So now, before I go into more details on what those commands are to make this work, you know the drill. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss another video. Apart from that guys, let us start today's video. Okay guys, so here are all the commands are. So it is a lot of commands into making this all work out. Like, there is over 72 plus commands into making this armor set work. Yeah, I know it's a lot, but most of them are repeating the same ones, but you'll see why that is later in this video. And, as always, I will leave a link in the description down below so you guys can copy and paste them into your world later on. Now, let's start this video. So first off, as always, I'm going to demonstrate how this works. So I'm going to turn this on and turn this on. So if you guys have watched the previous video, you'll know how to get a wizard spellbook. So I'm going to grab a book and quill right here. And also, I'm not going to type anything here, nor am I going to type anything special here. So what you need to do, let me go to survival. You need to take a written book and put the name wizard spellbook like this. And then all you have to do is just combine it with a nether star to get the wizard spellbook. So that is what the last video was all about, making this bad boy, in which I have all of the commands for that down here. But again, if you guys want to know more about that, you gotta watch the last video. So anyway, so we're gonna go all the way to the end of the spellbook and get the wizard armor spell, and press yes, and then you pretty much get the wizard armor set like so, which I did show at the end of the last video. So now you're gonna find out what powers this possesses. So when I put on all of the armor pieces like so, a few things have happened. One is that you get this special wizard wand right here, and the other thing is that your normal wizard spellbook has turned into the advanced wizard spellbook. So it pretty much contains a few more additional spells adding on from what was in the normal spellbook, and that sort of thing, and much more. Including some spells that only work with this wand, but you'll see that later in this video. So before we try out the spells, let me take this, and also grab some mobs and also a bunch of other things first. And we are going to head to the testing area, like here. So if you guys have watched the previous video of the wizard spellbook, then you'll know how the first 21 spells work, so I'm going to briefly go over those. But for those who haven't, I'm going to show you. So an important note that I put here is that some of the spells in this spellbook have been upgraded from the normal spellbook, as I just said, along with several more additional spells. So you guys will probably recognize all of these categories right here, but we also have two others right here, but we'll get to those later. So for now, I'm going to briefly go over the upgraded ones from these categories. So first, Fireball spell. So the Fireball spell will actually do more damage than before. And also, pause the video at any time so that way you can see what the commands are for each of these spells. So when you hit it, As you can see, it does way more damage than before in the normal wizard spellbook. Next we got is the fire protection spell. So this pretty much gives you fire resistance 2 for 3 minutes. And that pretty much goes the same with all the other potion related spells. It is that they're all going to last 3 minutes. So before the normal wizard spellbook, they all lasted 1 minute. So this is much better. And also, as you notice, this advanced wizard spellbook has a 2-second cooldown, just like the normal version. Also, let me get my weapons right here. So we got the Fire Sword enchantment spell, which enchants it with Fire Aspect for the sword. And Fire Bow enchantment spell right here, which enchants it with Flame, like so. Next we got Water Breathing spell and Swift Swim spell, which those two pretty much give you water breathing, and also Dolphin's Grace, perfect for swimming underwater. Next we got the Riptide Trident spell. So this one pretty much gives you a Trident with Riptide 3 and also Unbreaking 3, so that way the Trident lasts a little longer. And the same thing goes with the Loyalty Trident spell. Like so. And now we got some Earth spells. So the Earth Wall spell, as you see here. As you can see, it pretty much puts up a wall of Deep Slate. In the normal wizard spellbook, it would put up stone. So Deep Slate is supposed to be much stronger than stone, so this is definitely going to help you a bunch. And then we also got the Earth Dome spell, which is pretty much the same thing, except this is for Deep Slate as well. Also, let me get myself a pickaxe, because I completely forgot to. My bad. So, pretty much making a Deep Slate dome for you to duck inside of. Pretty nice. Next we got is the Earth Bomb spell, which actually looks like coarse dirt. And also creates a bigger boom than before. So next we got is the Knockback Sword enchantment spell, which I need to have the spellbook in my offhand like last time. And as you can see, we got Knockback 2. So next we're moving on to the improved air/wind spells. So this one gives you slow falling. Pretty standard, like so. And also, instead of the Elytra spell that would usually go here, we have the Flight spell. So for this, you must be off the ground for this spell to work. And you also got the Levitation spell and Flight Booster spell from before. So we're going to click the Levitation spell right here, which will lift you up. And then we're going to click on the Flight spell. So with this, it pretty much makes your chest plate able to act like a glider, pretty much. And we're also going to get some fireworks, in which this time, this armor set gives you 20 instead of 10, like the normal one would. So perfect for taking flight even longer. Okay, so... And also the other thing is that once you land, you pretty much lose your ability to glide in the air until you use the flight spell again. Pretty nice, huh? Okay, so also we got the other spells, which is the self-healing spell, which obviously heals you, rain dance spell, which gives you rain, thunderstorm spell, which gives you a thunderstorm, weather clear spell clears away weather, and effect clear spell clears away any effects. So this is what they are. Pretty standard stuff. So with that out of the way, now we are going to move on to the additional spells that are added in the advanced version. So we got several additional spells in here and also on the next page. So we're going to start off with the Sharp Sword enchantment spell, which this one obviously enchants your sword with sharpness 5, pretty much allowing you to do more damage to enemies. Especially combined with the other 2 enchantment spells you applied earlier. So now we're gonna do the same thing with the bow. And also make sure that the arrows are not in your inventory for this to work. So we got the power bow enchantment spell, which gives your bow power 5. Allowing you to do this. Do more damage. Next spell we got is the Power Up Shard spell. So this one actually gives you a special item. Whoops. There we go. So this one gives you a special item, which is this special amethyst shard called a Power Up Shard. And all you gotta do is right click it like so, and you pretty much get several effects. Speed 3, Resistance 3, Jump Boost 3, and Strength 3 for 3 minutes, which is perfect for combat. So let's spawn in a couple of Vindicators, like so. And as you can see, quick and easy, especially when you have an enchanted sword on hand. So next we got... Whoops. So next we got is the Mining Shard spell, which this one gives you a special Echo Shard called the Mining Shard. And this is perfect for when you're in the mines. So when you right click this one gives you Night Vision 3 and Haste 3 for 3 minutes, allowing you to mine much quicker and see in the dark. So if you ever want to find some ores down below, this is the shard to do it, or the spell to do it, sorry. And I can see that it's starting to turn to nighttime, but we can fix that. Also, let me clear the effects real quick. We got some time-related spells right here. So this is the daytime spell, which obviously sets the time of day to daytime. And same thing with the nighttime spell, which obviously sets it to night, like so. And also we got 2 other ones, which are time stop spell and time resume spell. So these ones are pretty powerful, so also I should put out there that some of the previous spells before these 2 may not work while time is frozen. Wand-only spells don't work. So let me clear away some stuff real quick, just for a second. So let's spawn in some Vindicators and also some Pillagers. So now let's stop time, like so. And as you can see, with this spell you can pretty much bring time to a standstill, except for yourself, of course. So meaning you can do all sorts of crazy things like this, and also this. Pretty much have your attacks ready before they land. Like so. And also when you're at a safe distance, you can pretty much use the time resume spell to unfreeze time, like this. Pretty powerful stuff, you might say. Giving you a big advantage in combat against mobs, allowing you to plan your attacks better if you're in a tight spot. Okay, so let me quickly reset the area before we move on to the next spell. I believe that's all of the additional spells, at least in this section, so now we're going to move on to the wand-only spells, in which we got 5. So we got Triple Fireball spell, Lightning spell, Water Cube spell, Earth Pillar spell, and Air Burst spell. But before we do that, let me show you what happens when you right-click on the wand right now. As you can see, It's on a 2-second cooldown as you just saw, and it also puts a special message in the chat that says, no spells equipped. Also, let me set this to daytime real quick. So now let's select a wand only spell. Let's start with the triple fireball spell. So with this, you get a special message in the chat that says triple fireball spell equipped. And also you get this special flame particle effect every time you hold out the wand. So now when you right click the wand, you spawn in 3 fireballs at once, like so. And you probably may have noticed that the fireballs from the triple fireball spell do not do as much damage as the earlier fireball spell. So that way it's not entirely overpowered, so it pretty much gives you a reason to wanting to use this spell in case you want to do bigger damage over this one. But at least this spell is good for wanting to fire multiple at once. So let's summon in some husks so I can test this out on. You can definitely say that is a triple threat right there. So anyway, let's move on to the next spell. So next we got is the lightning spell. And by the way, when you guys switch spells, you'll get a certain message in the chat for each one. So now we got the lightning spell equipped. And you notice that we got a different particle effect this time. So now when I right click, I can summon lightning bolts at will, like so. So now let's summon in some witches, because why not? And set them on fire with some lightning. And it's kind of funny because, well, doing this on villagers pretty much turns them into witches in the first place. And let's clear away the effect of that poison, and we're good as new. So now moving on to the next spell, which is the water cube spell. So as you can see, we got the water cube spell equipped. So when I right click like so, as you can see, it pretty much spawns in a 3x3x3 cube of water, like this. So this can be pretty handy if you're up against enemies that take damage from water, or if you need to escape from attacks real quick. So let's spawn in some blazes, and I'm gonna use this spell on them. Look at this, trapped in water. Take that. And just like that, the plans for the blazes to wipe you out are all washed up. And if you combine this with some of the, if you combine this with some of the other water spells, like the water breathing and swift swim spell, it is pretty much a very good combination. Okay, let me get rid of this potion effect real quick. And where's my sword? So I can get rid. Actually, let me use my bow. It's much better. Get out of here. So anyway, where was I? Oh yes, let me reset the area. And also get rid of this poison once again. And also heal myself real quick. So now we're gonna move on to the next spell, which is the Earth Pillar spell. So with this, so it says Earth Pillar spell equipped, and you get a different particle effect. So now when you right click, you pretty much spawn in a stone pillar beneath you. So this is perfect for getting to higher ground, in case you need to get the jump on some enemies. So we're gonna spawn in some Vindicators this time. And when I use this spell, hold on, let me get a safe distance away. When I use this spell, as you can see, I'm high enough so that they can't reach me at all. in which then you can use either your sword. Actually, I'm too far up for that. Let's use the bow again. See, that's what happens when you get the high ground.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
So anyway, now we're going to move on to the final wand-only spell, which is the Air Burst spell. So with this, you get like a cloud-like particle effect. And we're going to spawn in, let's say, some pillagers and also one ravager. So now when you use this spell, you can send mobs flying in the air like so. So that way they take massive fall damage. Let's use it again. Okay, let me quickly heal myself real quick so I don't die. That's better. And we'll send them flying again. So if you're ever completely surrounded by mobs like those guys, then don't worry. Just use this to send them flying and hopefully they'll fall to their death. And of course, if you're up against mobs that are immune to fall damage like iron golems, then this spell is not really going to be that helpful at all. So make sure you guys use every spell at your disposal to help you in any situation. And there are a bunch of combinations of spells you can use, so make sure you use them whenever you wish. And as always, when you are not wearing the full armor set, all of the effects and abilities will go away, just like that. And also the other thing is, when you are not wearing the full armor set anymore, your advanced wizard spellbook actually gets reverted back to a normal wizard spellbook. So only when you are wearing the full armor set that you can get the advanced version, just so you know. Okay, so now that you guys seen that, let's go over the commands to make this all work out. Oh, and by the way, if you guys are enjoying the video so far, make sure you guys leave a like on this video and subscribe with notifications turned on. And with that, let's get into the commands, so be back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, so first things first, we need some scoreboard commands to make this all work out. Starting with this one right here. So it's scoreboard objectives add, and then we do wizard_wand right here. And then at the end we do minecraft.used::minecraft.stick right over here. And then this command simply removes that scoreboard if needed. Pretty standard stuff. So now we're moving on to the commands which activates the wizard armor set bonus. And like all my other armor videos in the past, make sure the redstone is exactly as you see here. Starting with this one, which will detect if the player is wearing the full armor set. So it's execute at P, run execute if items entity at A, and then we do armor.head, and then put in all the information for the special leathered helmet named Wizard Hat, as you see here. So then here we do run execute if items entity at A, and this time we do armor.chest right over here, and then put in all the information for the wizard robe top as you see here. So then here we do the same thing as the others, except we do armor.legs right over here, and then put in all the information for the wizard robe bottom as you see here. And then here, same thing as all the others, except we do armor.feet, and then put in all the information for the wizard boots as you see here. And make sure you set this command to always active as well. So there you have a redstone comparator like this going this way and one going this way, but we're first going to go this way. So this next command right here gives you a special tag called Wizard Armor. So here is just a simple execute at P, run tag at P, add wizard_armor. And then this command right here gives you the special item called Wizard Wand. So same first bit, except we put inside these brackets tag equals wizard_armor. And then we do this here. Run item replace entity at P, and then we do hotbar.for with, and then put in all the information for the special stick named Wizard Wand, as you see here. So now this command right here removes the wizard spellbook. So same first bit as the last one I just showed you, except we do this here. Run execute if entity at P, and inside brackets we do nbt equals, inside color brackets we do inventory : and inside these brackets we do id : Minecraft : written_book, comma components, and inside these code brackets we put in this custom data tag wizard_spellbook : 1b right here, and close all these brackets. And then here we just do run clear at P, written_book, and again we put the custom data tag wizard_spellbook : 1b at the end. And now this command right here gives the user the advanced wizard spellbook. So these two commands are pretty much responsible for replacing your normal wizard spellbook and giving you the advanced version when you put on the armor set, if that makes sense. And by the way, this one is a very long command, so bear with me here. So again, same first bit, except we do this here. Run give at P, and then you just put in all the information, and I mean all of the information for the advanced wizard spellbook, as you see here. And I'm going to speed this up a bunch so that way you don't have to sit through this for very long, so. Well, finally got through that one. So now we're moving on to this command right here, which replaces your gliding wizard robe top with a non-gliding wizard robe top when you are on the ground. This is pretty much part of the flight spell. Like when you land on the ground after using the flight spell, your chest plate, or aka your wizard robe top, will go back to normal. So this first bit is mostly the same as some of the others I've shown you, except here we want to put nbt equals, inside color brackets we do on ground : 1b right over here, and then in the second half we do this. Run execute if entity at P, and inside these brackets we want to put in the special leather chest plate with the custom data tag flight_spell : 1b. So this is the custom data tag that the gliding wizard robe top has. And also put the same NBT tag as before, on ground : 1b. And then we do this. Run item replace entity at P, and inside brackets we do tag equals wizard_armor, and then you do armor.chest with, and then you're just putting in the information for the non-gliding wizard robe top right over here. So now this command right here activates the wizard wand scoreboard. So this first bit means when the player with the wizard armor tag has the special stick with the custom data tag wizard_wand : 1b selected, it's going to run this. Run execute as at r at s if entity at s, And inside brackets we do scores equals, inside color brackets we do wizard underscore wand equals 1, 2 dots at the end, close both brackets, and then we do run scoreboard player set at E, and inside brackets we put the same thing as before, and then we put the same scoreboard name here with 0 at the end. And then this command right here puts a certain message in the chat. So again, same first bit here, and then in the second half we do this. Run tell raw at P, and inside brackets we put the same thing as before, and then you put the special message in the chat, no spells equipped. And then this command simply resets the scoreboard, so it's just scoreboard players reset at A, wizard underscore wand. And this is one of the commands that's pretty much going to be repeating for the next few spells, if that makes sense, so you'll see why. So now we're going to move on to the commands which activates the wizard wand scoreboard again, but this time if you have the triple fireball spell tag. So here, same thing, except we have to put tag equals triple underscore fireball underscore spell right over here, and then the rest is pretty much exactly the same. So this next command right here spawns in a fireball in front and to the left of you. So same first bit as before, except we do this in the second half. Run, summon, Minecraft : fireball, and then you do 3 up arrows like this with 1.5 here, 1 here, and 2 here. And then this command's the same thing, except this summons a fireball directly in front. You just want to make sure you don't have any numbers here, and then you just do 1 and 2 right over here. And then this one's the same thing, except this summons a fireball in front and to the right of you. So same thing, except we put negative 1.5 here, and then the other 2 numbers are exactly the same. And then this command simply resets the scoreboard, like before. So this command right here detects if you have the triple fireball spell tag. So same first bit as some of the others I've shown you, and then in the second half we simply do run execute if entity at P, and inside brackets we do tag equals triple underscore fireball underscore spell. And make sure you set this command to always active as well. So they have a redstone comparator like this with a redstone repeater leading into these next 6 right over here. So this command right here puts another certain message in the chat. So same first bit, make sure you put triple underscore fireball underscore spell right over here. And then in the second half, make sure you put that same tag name right over here. And then you just put in the message, triple fireball spell equipped. Now this command right here creates a flame particle effect with the wand. So this first bit means when the player with the triple fireball spell tag has the wand selected, it's going to run this. Run particle Minecraft : flame, and then you put in these numbers. Oh, and make sure you put some up arrows like this with negative 0.35 here, 1 here, 0.80 here, and then you do 0.014 times with 10 at the end. And then here these next few commands are going to remove certain spell tags. Pretty much in case you have other spells equipped, it's going to remove those except for the one you selected the spell for, which in this case is the triple fireball spell. So this one's for the lightning spell. So this command is mostly the same as the one that gives you the wizard armor tag, except here we want to put lightning underscore spell here, here, and also at the end where we put remove lightning underscore spell. Same thing with this one, except this is for the water cube spell. Same thing with this one, except this gets rid of the earth pillar spell. And same thing with this one, which gets rid of the air burst spell. And like I said earlier in this video, these are some of the commands that are pretty much going to keep repeating, as you see right over here, but we'll get to those a little later. So now we're moving on to the command which activates the wizard wand scoreboard again, but this time if you have the lightning spell tag. So as you can see, it's pretty much exactly the same, except we need to put lightning underscore spell right over here, and then the rest is pretty much exactly the same. And then this command right here spawns in a lightning bolt in front. So same first bit here, then at the end we do this. Run, summon, Minecraft : lightning underscore bolt, 3 up arrows like this with 1 here and 4 here. And then you've got the command which simply resets the scoreboard. So then this command right here is the same thing as the triple fireball spell tag one, except this detects the lightning spell tag. So as you can see, same first bit as that previous one, except at the end, we just put lightning underscore spell. So then this puts another certain message in the chat, in which you need to put lightning underscore spell at the beginning here, and also here, and then you put the message lightning spell equipped. So then this creates a electric spark particle effect with the wand. So this first half means when the player with the lightning spell tag has the wand selected, it's going to run this. Run particle Minecraft : electric underscore spark. And then the numbers here are mostly the same as the last one. And then you just do 0.05 4 times with 10 at the end. And then this command removes the triple fireball spell tag. So you put that tag name here, here, and also at the end right here. And of course the ones to remove the R tags are exactly the same, so I don't really need to go over those. So now this command right here activates the wizard wand scoreboard again, but this time if you have the water cube spell tag. So as you can see, same thing, except you want to put water underscore cube underscore spell right over here. And then the rest of this command is pretty much exactly the same. So this next command right here spawns in a 3x3x3 block of water in front. So same first bit, except we do this here. Run, execute as at A at S, anchored feet, and then we do unless block, and then we do 3 up arrows like this with 4 here, Minecraft : air, and then we do run, fill, and then you do 6 up arrows like this with 2 here, 3 here, -2 here, 5, 7, and then you do water, keep at the end. And then this command simply resets the scoreboard once again. So now this command detects if you have that tag. So same first bit as the previous ones, except at the end we just put tag equals water underscore cube underscore spell. And again, set this to always active as well. And then this command puts another certain message in the chat, in which you just put water underscore cube underscore spell in this bit, and you put that same tag name here, and then you just put in the message water cube spell equipped. So then this command creates a dripping water particle effect with the wand. So this first bit means when the player with the water cube spell tag has the wand selected, it's going to run this. Run particle Minecraft : dripping _ water. And then these first 3 numbers are exactly the same as before. And these 4 are exactly the same with 10 at the end as well. So then these next few commands pretty much get rid of the other spell tags except for the water cube spell. So you got triple fireball, lightning, earth pillar, and air burst. So now this command right here activates the wizard wand scoreboard again, and this time if you have the earth pillar spell tag. So same first bit except you want to put earth _ pillar _ spell right over here, and then the rest of the command is pretty much exactly the same. So then this command right here gives the user a special tag called earth pillar spell active. So this command is pretty much exactly the same as the one that gives you the wizard armor tag, except here we want to put inside these brackets earth _ pillar _ spell right over here. And then you put that same name right over here. And make sure you also have MBT equals inside curly brackets. You do on ground : 1b. And then at the end we just do add earth _ pillar _ spell _ active. So then this command right here gives you levitation. So same first bit except you want to put inside these brackets earth _ pillar _ spell _ active. And then at the end, we want to do run effect give at P, and inside these brackets we put the same thing as before, with the NBT tag on ground : 1b, and then you do Minecraft : levitation for 1 second, 6 for the amplifier, and true for no particle effect. So this command right here creates a stone pillar beneath you if you have levitation. So same first bit here, except you want to put over here, comma MBT equals, inside curly brackets we do active _ effects : and inside these brackets we do ID : Minecraft : levitation, close these brackets, while making sure you have the wand selected as well. And then you just do run fill, and then you do 6 squiggly lines like this with -1 here and here, and then you just do stone keep at the end. And make sure you set this chain command block to unconditional as well. Otherwise this command will not work properly. And then this one removes the earth pillar spell active tag. So same first bit as some of the others I've shown you. And then we put that same tag over here. And then in this bit, you want to put the NBT tag for detecting levitation. And make sure you have an exclamation mark here, so this will mean if you do not have levitation, it will run this command. And then you do remove, and you put that same tag name at the end as well. And make sure you set this one to unconditional as well. And of course, you have the same command which resets the scoreboard. So now this command detects if you have the earth pillar spell tag. So same thing as the previous ones I've shown you, except we just put the tag name earth _ pillar _ spell. And make sure you set this command to always active as well. So they have another command which puts another certain message in the chat. So same first bit except you put earth _ pillar _ spell right over here. And you put that same tag name here. And then at the end you just put the message earth pillar spell equipped. So then this command creates a brown dust particle effect with the wand. So this first bit means when the player with this tag has the wand selected, it's going to run this. Run particle Minecraft : dust, and inside these color brackets we do color : and inside these brackets we do 0.690, 0.384, 0.075, scale : 1, close this curly bracket, and then the numbers are relatively the same at the end right here. So then you have commands that remove certain tags for all the other spells except for the Earth Pillar spell. So you got one for triple fireball spell, lightning spell, water cube spell, and air burst spell. So then this command right here activates the wizard wand scoreboard once again if you have the air burst spell tag. So same first bit here, except you want to put air _burst _spell right over here, and then the rest of this command is exactly the same. And then this command right here creates a cloud explosion particle effect. So again, same first bit, except in the second half we want to do this. Run particle Minecraft : cloud, and then you do 3 squiggly lines like this with 0.75 3 times, and then you do 0.5 here and 1000 at the end. And then this command right here gives mobs or entities around you levitation. So again, same first bit, except at the end we do this. Run effect give at E, and inside brackets we do tag equals air _burst _spell once again, and make sure you have an exclamation mark here, so this will mean anyone with this tag will not be affected. And then you do distance equals 0.7, and then you do Minecraft : levitation for 3 seconds, 5 for the amplifier, and true for no particle effect. And then this command once again resets the scoreboard. So now this command right here detects if you have the air burst tag. So same first bit as all the others that are like this command, except you want to come to the end and just do air _burst _spell, and set this command to always active as well. So this command puts another certain message in the chat. So same first bit as some of the others I've shown you. And then you put that same tag right over here. And then at the end you just put the message air burst spell equipped. And then this command right here creates a cloud particle effect with the wand. So this first bit means when the player with the air burst spell tag has the wand selected, it's going to run this. Run particle Minecraft : cloud, and then here we want to do this. -0.35 here, and then you do 1 2 times, and then you do 0.01 4 times with 10 at the end here. So then these commands right here pretty much remove the spell tags for all the other spells except for the air burst spell. So we got triple fireball tag, lightning spell tag, water cube spell tag, and earth pillar tag. So then you have a redstone comparator like this with a redstone torch leading into these last few commands in front of me. So this command right here removes the wizard armor tag. So this command is mostly the same as the other ones that get rid of certain tags, except here we want to put wizard _armor here, and also at the end right here. And then this command right here removes the wizard wand. So here it's just a simple execute at P, run clear at P, and then you just put in all the information for the wizard wand as you see here. then these last few commands pretty much remove all of the spell tags once again. The only difference is that you need to make sure you have the wizard armor tag here, but with an exclamation mark. So this will mean if you do not have this tag, it will remove the other ones as well. In which then you put _fireball_spell at the end. Same thing with this one, but for the lightning spell. Same thing with this one, but with the water cube spell. Same thing with this one, but with the earth pillar spell. And same thing with this one, which removes the air burst spell. So now these two commands over here are important. So you guys pretty much remember one of the first few commands that actually removes the normal wizard spellbook and replaces it with the advanced one? Well, these two commands behind me pretty much do that in reverse. So this time it's going to get rid of the advanced spellbook and replace it with the normal one again. And also as an important note, make sure to activate these commands before putting on the armor. So we're going to start with this one, which will remove the advanced wizard spellbook. So same first bit as the commands that gets rid of the special spell tags, except in the second half, we want to make sure we put in the special custom data tag for the written book, advance_wizard_spellbook:1b right here, and same thing over here as well. And then this last command right here gives the user the normal wizard spellbook. So here is just a simple execute at P, run give at P, and then you just put in all the information for the wizard spellbook, and I mean all of it, as you see here. And yeah, that is pretty much wizard armor commands in Minecraft. And that, my friends, is gonna wrap up for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss another video. Apart from that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next week in the next one. Goodbye!